Welcome back to the Achilles channel, everyone. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I'm going to read a few comments off my channel and just talk about them with you. And I'm going to use the names, the usernames, because you could go to my channel and it's posted right there for you to see it anyway. So I feel it unnecessary to hide the names of the people. I'll probably get a ration of crap for it, but whatever, no big deal. Enlightenment, username Enlightenment asked, why is it you think that big business and multinational corporations operate like a small business? I don't think that. No, these businesses are the carnivores that shut the doors of small business. They in no way help you. They want you to go under, then come to work for them. And if it requires this, the supplementing of a few politicians to facilitate that goal, it is the price that has to be paid. But you want to blame the corrupt politician, not the ones that corrupted him. Corrupted him. As if it would solve a thing. Sure it would solve. If the politician is corrupt and you remove him and you put in an honest broker that's not corrupt, you tell me that wouldn't change anything? That's not logical. That's ignorant. That makes no sense whatsoever. That makes you a useful idiot. Because the people who are feeding you that crap are the same corrupt politicians that want you to keep voting for them, like Barney Frank. So I wrote back. I said, I understand this simply because I compete with Home Depot. What you are failing to see is the Home Depots of the world are powerless without the corrupt politician, because the politician creates the regulations that empower Home Depot and stifle startups that seek to compete. Really, you are willing to accept the corrupt politician as long as the politician goes after the big business. How can you trust the politician to do this if the corporation is paying him? The more logical thing is the politician will tell you what you want to hear and continue business as usual. It is necessary to remove the corrupt politician if any of this is to work. It's necessary to remove the corrupt politician. See, what you fail to understand is, I don't care if it's a huge corporation or a startup. If you're selling a better product, the people will buy from the person who's selling the better product at a reasonable price. That's how it works. If you stifle the growth or the ability of someone to create that startup, he never has an opportunity to compete. And the way you do that is you heap regulations onto him. See, the corporation can absorb these fees, these regulations. They just pass the cost on to the consumer. But the startup has no clientele. The startup has to pay all of these fees and regulations and all of this crap before they have any money. Do you understand? So people don't start up. It's too difficult, which empowers the corporation. And this is all done through corrupt politicians, heaping regulations onto small businesses. And these people believe that the only regulations there are against banks and corporations. But the reality is they're stifling growth on the ground level, on Main Street. On Main Street, established businesses take preference, are able to sustain these regulations. Startups, they make it impossible for startups. So the reality is the really small guy, the most vulnerable, is being held down. Roadblocks are being put in the way of his prosperity via regulations. These people can't understand that. Big businesses are impotent to monopolize anything without the corrupt politician. So why not replace the corrupt politician? Dicey, this person's friend, attacks me as well on this. And I said, Dicey, it doesn't matter who corrupted them. Politicians, it doesn't matter who corrupted them, politicians. as much as it matters to remove them and replace them with honest brokers. You two simply want to blame others. It is not the is it not the responsibility of our federal government to regulate corruption? If they can be corrupted, then they must go. How ignorant is it to continue to back the same politicians, Barney Frank for one, that we know what was corrupted by the banks and big business? Why is it so hard for you two to see that continuing to give the corrupt politicians their jobs back every election only encourages more corruption? You are allowing the real criminals to get away with it by punishing no one. Is that a good strategy? Obviously not. If you don't get rid of the corruption, the corrupt politician, you'll never end the corruption. If a corporation comes up to the Capitol with a wheelbarrow full of money and sits down with a politician, don't you think that politician should be an honest broker and say, guess what? Now you have offered me a bribe and you're under arrest. Right? Wouldn't that be the way to go? That's right. Put an honest broker in there. Get rid of the corrupt politician and you will end corruption. God bless America.